Irene Clayton wants us to adopt her daughter.
That's right, darling.
I don't understand. Why? Why? Is it because she wants Tina to have a father again? You know, many children grow up beautifully with one parent.
No, actually, I don't quite know how to tell you this without making it sound awfully melodramatic. In a month or two, Tina will have no one.
Huh?
Sweetheart, Irene is very ill. She's dying.
Oh.
That's why she came to us. She wants to find a home for Tina before it's too late.
Dorian, there's nothing on this thing. Hello, Felicia. This is Dr. Jansen. Is Dr. Lord there, please? She's not? Well, when did she leave for the hospital? All right. No, I'll catch you when she gets here. Thank you very much. Good night. Yeah. With you. And I guess I better start with Vernon McLean.
According to Irene, Tina really hasn't got over her father abandoning her. So now to lose her mother as well, after all, her mother's the only person she has left in the whole world.
Does Tina know how ill her mother is?
Well, she knows that there's a problem. It was impossible to hide that from her, but Irene didn't really want to tell her how serious it was until she could bring her here and reintroduce her to us, tell her this would be her new home.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think Irene is assuming a great deal.
No, darling, she's not. She's really desperate. And we're her only hope.
Are there no other relatives?
Only an elderly aunt. She's in a nursing home.
You said a month, 2 months. But...
Well, that's apparently what the doctor in New York told Irene on this last visit. I mean, it's a bit difficult to be precise about something.
Hey.
I'm very sorry. I really was going to be very dispassionate and factual about this.
Sweetheart, if we can't cry for our friends, who can we cry for?
I know, but this decision has to be made out of concern for Tina's welfare, not out of sympathy for Irene or anything else.
Of course.
Now, what are you thinking about?
Just trying to absorb the whole thing. That's all you say. This Tina's, what, 16 years old?
Yes, she's a junior in high school. Apparently a perfectly normal child, except that since her father left, she's become rather shy and withdrawn. Joe, you see, what we're talking about here is really just about 2 or 3 years until Tina's old enough to, go to college or get a job or get married.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry. I really can't agree with you there. Young people don't leave home as early these days as they used to. I mean, Tina is going to need someone to communicate with. She's going to need a place to go, parents to be near for quite some time yet.
Yes, but all I meant was that she's done most of her growing up. So for us, it's a matter of supervising the rest
All right,
of it.
let me put it to you this way. Do you feel equipped to be the mother to a 16-year-old girl?
Was it anybody?
Well, I know what you mean. It's one thing to bring up a child, to that age, but to have to start from scratch. I mean, establishing lines of communication, developing relationships, I think it's very difficult to... I don't care how good the kid is. I mean, it's a very difficult situation.
Somebody has to do it.
I know, honey, but why us?
Because Irene asked us to. Because she feels that we have a very warm, wonderful, loving home. And she thinks it would be the perfect atmosphere for Tina to grow up in.
I don't know.
Sweetheart, I realize there would have to be a period of reacquaintance, and that could be difficult.
I mean, I feel sorry as hell for Irene. I really do. I mean, she has her problem, but I have my doubts as to whether you and I are the solution.
Are there any messages for me? He did, when? And you did tell him that I'm at the hospital? That's good. Oh, I'm sure he'll be able to find me here. Yes, thank you very much. Goodbye.
Dorian.
Oh, Peter, please come in.
You want to tell me what this is all about?
What it's about?
Yeah. You mysteriously send me a tape out of the blue by special messenger.
Well, have you listened to it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I just listened to it in Will's office.
Well, then you should know what it's about. I mean, I thought it would be self-explanatory.
Dorian, it's blank.
That's impossible. You mean there's nothing on that tape?
Not a word. Not a sound. Is this some sort of practical joke?
McLean?
Look, Jenny, before I tell you anything, I'd like to explain something first, all right? There have been a lot of lies, and there's no point in trying to deny that. I'll go right down the list with you. But I never intended to deceive you. It was a combination of, I don't know, bad luck, bad circumstances, bad timing, I don't know. Plus the fact that I underestimated you. I didn't think that you'd be able to understand, so way back when I should have told you, I didn't. I was scared. I was scared of hurting you, I was scared of losing you.
Dad, please. Look, what about Lana?
All right, well, I guess it's a little late for excuses and explanations anyway. After Lana died, at the inquest, I lied. I perjured myself over and over. I was just trying to save myself. You have a reasonably good sense of humor, so if this is a joke, why don't you just tell me the point of it, huh?
No, this isn't a joke. Now, are you sure that's the tape that I sent you?
It has to be, Dorian. Look, I don't even have a machine in my office to play it.
I don't understand this. I mean, I thought I took the tape right off of the recorder and then put it in the envelope that... Maybe I accidentally picked up a blank tape and put that in the envelope. You see, I remember being very rushed because the messenger was in my front hall waiting for it.
Okay, so that explains why this is blank. But what was so important for me to hear?
Well, you know how excited I get about things, and I just jump right in. I mean, I can't stand delays or any kind of red tape, and Well, anyway, having been exposed to some of the administrative problems of the hospital since Jim's been sick, I thought of some ideas that, well, might help streamline our procedures. And so this morning I just dictated some of those ideas, and I thought that maybe we could make some changes around here.
And that was what was on the tape that was so very important for me to hear, right?
Well, yes. You see, I wanted to get your reaction on it before I submitted it to the committee. You know how much I've always valued your judgment.
Dorian, administration is not exactly my strong suit.
But Peter, you're just being modest. I mean, you have a very organized mind and a good sense of logic, so you'd be a perfect administrator. No, I'll get this outline to you. But since you don't have a tape machine, maybe it just might be a lot easier if I have Carla copy my notes, and then I'll get that to you first thing in the morning.
Fine, Dorian, you do that.
Yes, Peter, I really am very sorry to have taken up so much of your time with such a silly mistake.
No problem.
No, really, I realize how busy you are, but I will get that to you because I'd be very interested in your reaction to it.
Good to do that.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night, Peter. Recorded that conversation with Melinda on it. Someone erased it. Someone erased it. Well, darling, I agree with you. We would be taking on an awful lot. Raising a 16-year-old girl, being responsible for her. I feel a special sort of obligation toward Tina, though, because I'm her godmother. I held her when she was christened. I took very solemn vows at that time that it seemed to me relate right now to this thing we're facing.
Did those vows include adopting her?
Well, no, not specifically. But look, Tina and I have a very lovely relationship, and I can't see anyone else adopting her.
I know. Aunt Viki.
Yeah, Viki, what's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that, sweetheart. There's not a mother-daughter relationship now, is it? It was the nice, occasionally indulgent aunt that came to buy her a gift, take her out somewhere once in a while. Was that it?
Yes, but that was my role at that time.
But you never had to be a mother to her, now, did you?
Oh, Joe, for heaven's sakes, I am a mother. Remember, Kevin? I know how to be a mother.
Oh, sweetheart, don't be angry with me, please.
I'm sorry, but you seem to be raising all sorts of
I'm just
arguments.
trying to be the devil's advocate, that's all.
Well, then you agree with me. You think we should adopt her?
I think we should give it every consideration, sweetheart, but we mustn't base our decision on emotion or just because it would please Irene.
No, of course not. The most important thing is Tina's welfare.
And you, and Kevin, and me. Look, honey, let's just take a big breath, shall we, and think this thing out very carefully.
Marco, please, I've got to get home. It's after 7. Larry's going to be so mad.
Just one drink.
I don't want a drink.
Keep me company.
Why?
Then. I want to talk to you, okay? How's it going, Charley? Look, lady, we'll have a, what?
Vodka on the rocks.
Vodka on the rocks for the lady. Make us some of your good 100 proof stuff back there, and I'll have a tall scotch and water, please.
Right.
You, pass me peanuts, Jim. Right. So, tell me, how was Mr. Stanley? Oh, and Karen, you just left him 10 minutes ago. The guy you left in the motel, don't tell me you forgot about him already?
I didn't forget.
I'm glad to hear that.
Mr. Stanley's just like the rest of them.
Yeah? How's that?
You want a graphic description? They're blobs. I wipe out their faces.
Look, Karen, here we go. Thank you, Charlie.
I'm sick of them, Marco. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of you. I'm sick of all the motel rooms. But most of all, I'm sick to death of myself.
Well, it shows, you know that. I've had complaints from 2 or 3 customers lately.
From who?
That's not the point, Karen. The point is you've got to fix yourself up. If you don't believe me, take a look at yourself in the mirror in the ladies' room.
I believe you.
Good, then why don't you do something about it, babe? Secondly, I don't really care what you think about the guys that I fix you up with. It matters what they think about you. Hey, you gotta be a little bit of an actress in this business, you know? You gotta leave these guys thinking that they just gave you the time of your life, that you should be paying them. Hey, come on now, you keep this up, you're not gonna be doing me any good at all after a while.
Promise.
All right. I wasn't going to tell you this. I didn't want to get your hopes up too soon. But I think that pretty soon from now I'll be able to let you go.
Let me go?
Yes, let you out of the terms of our agreement.
Oh, sure.
No, I'm serious, Karen. I'm ready to move on to another field of endeavor, shall we say.
When?
Huh? 3, 4 months maybe. I don't know. It all depends. It depends on how much money comes in, which is directly related to how good a job you do.
Do you mean that in a few months I'll be completely free?
Yeah. Why not? You worked hard for it. You deserve it.
Never thought I'd be thanking you, Marco. But if you can give me a date when I'm going to be out of this, from then till now, I will do anything you want. Save yourself?
Yes. Wait. Don't misunderstand me. I didn't have anything to do with Lana's death. I mean, she died the way they said she did. It was a combination of alcohol and sleeping pills. But I was in her apartment that night.
You were there.
Died the night before we were supposed to get married.
Why? Brad, why?
Because I'd seen her earlier at Tony's place, and she'd been drinking too much, and she was talking, and she threatened to tell you, oh, wait a minute, I'm getting beyond myself.
That's all right,
here.
she threatened to tell me what?
She was pregnant with my baby.
Was she?
I don't know. I really, honestly, I don't...
Could she have been?
Yes.
I see.
That's why I couldn't tell you. That's why I did everything in my power to keep you from finding out, because I was afraid you'd do just what you've done. You would have refused to marry me, you would have gotten up and walked away.
I don't know what I would have done.
Well, I couldn't afford to take that chance.
So you had to make sure that she couldn't tell anyone, right?
No, Jenny, I just told you, she killed herself. I mean, while I was there, I heated up some milk for her. I now have reason to believe that she had put sleeping pills in there. But I didn't know that then. I had no way of knowing, don't you see? But when it came time for the inquest, I mean, who would have believed me if I'd said I'd been in the apartment? So I had to have an alibi. I talked Sam into providing me with one, and then I came over here, and I convinced you it was an hour earlier than you thought it was, so that you'd help too.
You got Sam to lie for you?
Yes.
What else? Who else?
Well, I gave Lana money to go to California. Everything that Cathy said at the inquest was true.
Is that everything?
No. terrible wrong. You know the ring that she's been wearing, the one that Lana's mother gave her?
I think so.
That was my mother's. That was the ring that I was going to give to you when we were married. And instead I gave it to Lana as a sort of peace offering. I thought, well, I'm not really exactly sure what I thought. Anyway, then Cathy turned up with it, and I knew that Dad would see it sooner or later. He'd find out, and so I had to get it back.
You robbed her. You broke into her house.
Yes, I tried. I didn't even manage to pull that off. So then I hired a guy to do it. And I paid him with the $2,500 that you lent me. The money that I said got stolen out of my desk in the office. Even so, it didn't work. Dad still found out. Jenny? What can I say? I'm a failure. I'm a failure as a husband. I'm a failure as a businessman. I'm a failure as a man. I even failed at lying and cheating and stealing. In fact, the only thing I've ever had was your love. The only thing in 23 years that I have ever achieved was your love. And if I don't have that, I've got nothing. I am nothing. Jenny, I know I'm asking the impossible. Please, will you forgive me? Will you please help me to start over? Will you please love me?
One Life to Live will continue in a moment.
Mr. Abbott's chart, please. Thank you.
Hello, Larry.
Cathy, hi. Good to see you, Dad.
Yes. He's acting like an old grouch, snapping at everybody that comes into the room. But I guess that's a sign he's getting better, right?
Well, that's what they say. Of course, I never saw that in any of the textbooks. Have you got time to sit and talk?
Yeah, I've got a few minutes before my session with Will. What's keeping you here so late?
I just wanted to check on Richard Abbott.
How's he doing?
Not as well as could be expected. These things take time, you know.
Well, when are you leaving?
Leaving?
On your vacation.
Oh, we put that off until later in July. We've taken a cabin up in Vermont near, right on Lake Champlain, as a matter of fact.
Well, that sounds marvelous. But I thought you were set on Acapulco.
No. As a matter of fact, this is Karen's idea. She thought it'd be better to wait until Danny's out of camp so he could come with us.
Well, they must be very pleased.
Yeah, well, sure, I am too. I mean, for Karen to think of that.
And Acapulco will always be there.
Right.
Well, I'll keep Will waiting if I don't go now. Good night.
Good night, Kat.
Margot, I really gotta go.
Fine. But we do have a deal, right?
Yes, we do. You can give me a date when I'll be out of this. I'll do anything you want.
You got it?
When?
Well, you gotta give me a couple of days to think about it, all right?
But you're definitely gonna give me a date.
Absolutely. Now, you better hurry up and get home before you get into more trouble.
Thanks.
Dorian, my dear, buy a small libation here?
Exactly what are you trying to do to me? What do you want from me?
Now, is that one question or two?
Would you wipe that stupid little smile off your face? If I find out that you're the one who did this, you're going to be in so much trouble.
If I let it simmer down, the one who did what?
Erase the tape, or cause the machine not to record.
You mean it didn't work?
Don't act so surprised. You know damn well it didn't.
Dorian, how would I know a thing like that? Maybe that electrician of yours goofed up the whole thing.
And maybe you just sabotaged the whole thing.
Dorian, you're completely paranoid. Why would I do a thing like that?
Because you were there when the electrician was there. You were the only one that had the opportunity. You were the only person that was there before Melinda.
Oh, Melinda? So it was for her
I didn't say
benefit.
that. I just simply said that.
I heard you. And if you're not careful, so will she.
Terrible shock to you. I don't expect you to be able to forgive me right away. But please, if you could just try to understand that I never intended for any of this to happen. That was just, I kept getting in deeper and deeper, and I couldn't seem to get out. I just didn't know what to do. I didn't know what was happening.
Brad, just shut up.
Jenny, I'm just trying to explain to you.
Don't try to explain what can't be explained. Stop trying to make excuses. Stop conning me. Stop stroking me. Stop piling lie upon lie. Haven't you done enough of that already? Haven't you made one big, miserable lie out of this whole marriage?
Hey, Jenny, where are you going?
What gives you the right to ask me that?
Well, no right. I have no right at all, but I
don't know where I'm going.
Are you going to be coming back?
I don't know that either.
Anything could have happened. Your hotshot electronics man might have goofed up. The machine just might have malfunctioned. You might have erased it accidentally when you tried to play back the thing or something. Or maybe you...
Or what?
Well, I don't know. Anything could have happened. Look, you have plenty of opportunities to do this again. You haven't already done it again. I mean, did you bug the table they're sitting at now? Of course, it's not too hard to figure out what they're talking about. Two young lovers about to be married, lots of plans to make, you know. You know, they're such a handsome couple, too. And it's so lovely to see Lynn's face just light up whenever she's talking with Peter. God, it's enough to make a romantic out of an old gaffer like me, you know. But rushing off so soon?
Marco, someday.
Yes?
Someday, you're going to want something so much, and then you're going to lose it. And I just hope I'm there to see that. Strange, isn't it, Will?
What?
How some events just seem like they've been preordained. You just can't believe that they would happen by accident.
What kind of events?
Chance meetings that turn out to be significant. I ran into Larry tonight, and we had small talk about Dad's condition and summer vacations, things like that. It wasn't a big confrontation or soul-bearing. But as Larry was talking about Karen and Danny and their plans to go to Vermont for a few weeks in July, well, there was an awkward moment, and I don't know, there was just something, a look in his face that told me so much.
If Larry's marriage is working out.
Yes, exactly.
But you must have sensed that before, Cathy.
Oh, I've sensed it, but I rejected it. I just thought it isn't possible. Larry doesn't love Karen, he loves me. It'll take time, but things are going to work out between us. I said it to myself over and over like it was some kind of litany.
And you don't think that's true anymore?
It really doesn't matter what I think. Larry wants that marriage to work. He's a strong man. He's going to make it work.
And you feel that's the message Larry was trying to give you tonight?
Well, I don't know whether or not he was trying to give it to me, but that's the message I got. And that brings me to a subject that I didn't really want to discuss, but I'm going to leave Landview.
Leave? Permanently?
I don't know, maybe.
Well, there's no particular reason for you to live here. I mean, as a writer, you can work anywhere.
Well, there, you've given me reason. Theoretically, what you say is true, but I'm not able to write here.
Well, then that's reason enough in itself, isn't it? That is, it is the locale that's blocking you.
Oh, well, I'm blocking me. I think about Larry and it just ties me up in knots. Living here in Landview, I see him every day. I realize that makes me build false hopes. And tonight it's something that I realized. I've been living on false hopes. Now that's not a very healthy situation, is it? Well, you can say something. I mean, you can agree with me or disagree with me.
Cathy, I've been waiting for you to come to this decision.
Do you think it's the right decision?
You're the only one who can know that for sure. That's why I had to let you work your way through it. Have you decided where you'll go?
Maybe California. My agent says that there's some people out there that want to talk to me about a screenplay based on my book.
Well, then there's a positive reason to go, too, isn't there?
Work, soak up some sun, meet some new people. Forget. No, that's not true. I'll never forget Larry as long as I live.
But once you've set yourself in a new direction, there won't be a need to forget. A fine man who loved you. That should be a warm, happy memory for you, Cathy.
Happy memory. Yeah, I see. Okay. Well, thank you very much for calling, Larry. You too. Good night. Okay, Richard's condition is, for all practical purposes, unchanged.
For all practical purposes?
Yeah, Larry wishes he were a little more alert and that he would take an interest in things.
Oh, come on. Abbott's got a fractured skull, 2 broken ribs, and internal injuries. How could he take an interest in anything else right now?
That's what I said.
Sweetheart, that kid's got the constitution of a draft horse. Believe me, he'll be okay.
I know, I just feel a little responsible for him. After all, I'm his only relative around here right now. I really wish his mother had at least acknowledged our cable.
No, maybe it hasn't caught up to her yet. It gives you a chance to be his mother for a while.
Do I detect a teeny little needle in there?
Just a teeny little bit. I mean, it's your ambition, isn't it, to be everybody's
I
mother?
thought so. We're back to Tina.
No, you are. I've said all I'm going to say about it.
You mean you're going to leave that decision entirely?
Yeah,
up to-
right.
Well, now, that's not fair, because this is going to affect both of us, so it has to be a joint decision.
No, honey, I'll go along with any decision you make, believe me. I mean, if it turns out that Tina ends up living here, I'll love her as if she were my own daughter.
You're some nice fella, you
Oh, I
know.
hear that all the time.
Well, then I'm not going to waste my breath repeating it.
Yeah,
Let's go to bed.
good idea. Viki,
What?
have you decided?
No, I haven't. I'm still thinking about everything you've said and a lot of other things. We'll sleep on it.
best. I mean, it got in pretty late last night.
Thank you for letting me have the bedroom.
Your coffee's still hot.
Thank you.
The paper's here. Let me just take this sports page out. What time did you actually get in?
Well, I don't know, about 3, I guess.
Where were you? I'm not being a jealous husband.
I was driving around. I stopped at the lookout on River Road.
You're thinking things through? Have you come to a decision yet?
I'm not ready to talk about it.
All right. But will you please remember what I said last night about just not meaning for it to happen, about it? Just...
I'll remember.
Okay. Jenny, there's something else that I should have said last night. The most important thing of all. I love you. I love you very much. You're the only thing in this world that matters to me. Do you know how much I love you? I'm going to the club. I'll try and get home early for dinner. Will you be here?
Yeah, I'll be here.
Okay. I'll see you. Take care, darling, okay?
On the phone, but you're pale. Yeah, well, we didn't have much time for sunbathing. And you lost weight, too. Gee, maybe that's the secret for me. No, I wouldn't recommend it. Anyway, you look fine. Yeah, well, the only thing is that you never lose it in the wrong places. You know, the first thing that I thought of when you told the family that you were going to go into the convent, I thought, what is a girl with a figure like that doing going to be a nun? How are you, sweetie? Jen? Well, it was an ordeal. Oh, Jenny, no, that guy didn't... No, nothing like that. Oh. Then I guess all you need is just some fresh air and some sleep, and you'll be all right. Yeah. Jenny? What is it? It's all over. Honey, what's all over? Brad? And me? The whole thing? It's just been one big lie.
And Kathy Craig's hours should be opening up soon, so if it's convenient for Mr. Slocum, we could put him in there. Oh, about 2 weeks, I think. She's going to California. But that's confidential for now, okay? Good. And when you get a minute, could you check with Dr. Reynolds and find out when he's scheduled the consult on the Bannerman case? Right. Thanks, Dorothy. What? Yes, of course, I'll see him. Well? I finally took your advice. My advice about what? About telling Jenny the truth.
very difficult, but last night I finally faced up to it. And you know what the result is? My marriage is over. You tell me something, Dad. Did you expect that?
On One Life to Live, is it too late for Becky to ask for forgiveness?
I just want to make everything up to you. Please. Please don't die.
And on General Hospital,
My best friend is supposed to keep an eye on you and Laura while I'm in New York. And suddenly he makes a pass at you, and you don't want me to know about it.
One Life to Live, General Hospital, every weekday on ABC.